The Crystal Lake Saga. From turbulent development to a fresh vision for Friday the 13th. Fans. Production's wrapped, but questions linger. Picture this. A beloved horror franchise like Friday the 13th, dormant after years of legal battles and reboots, suddenly getting a high-stakes TV revival. It sounds like a dream come true for slasher enthusiasts, right? But here's where it gets controversial. The behind-the-scenes drama has been as bloody as Jason Voorhees. Rampages, with creative shakeups and budget battles threatening to sink the project. Stick around, because the story of Crystal Lake isn't just about camp counselors and machetes. It's a wild ride through Hollywood politics, and we're diving deep into everything we know so far. It all kicked off on Halloween 2022 when Hannibal creator Bryan Fuller was tapped to helm a new Friday the 13th series dubbed Crystal Lake in partnership with indie powerhouse A24 and streaming giant Peacock. Fuller, known for his intricate storytelling and genre-bending twists, was set to guide this revival, but complications arose almost immediately. A prolonged writer's strike threw a wrench into production, halting progress. Then, Fuller was unexpectedly ousted and replaced, a decision that sparked endless debate. Yet, despite the upheaval, Crystal Lake has pushed through to completion, filming wrapped, and fans are eagerly awaiting its 2026 Peacock premiere. Let's break it all down, piece by horrific piece. Starting with the original architect, Fuller was the first showrunner. Think of a showrunner as the captain steering the creative ship, overseeing scripts, vision, and execution. He nearly kicked off filming on July 22, 2024, with an ambitious 7 to 8 month shoot planned. Big names were attached. Charlize Theron was eyed for Pamela Voorhees, the vengeful mother who sets the franchise's tone, while Claire Danes reportedly passed on the role. Directors Vincenzo Natali of Cube fame and Kimberly Pierce, Boys Don't Cry, were on board for episodes. Peacock greenlit an impressive $85 million budget for 8 episodes, with a hefty $300,000 deposit securing Canadian sound stages. But A24 pivoted, deciding to go a different way without Fuller. This raises a pivotal question. Was this a clash of visions, or something more sinister? Sources cited unpaid writers, inexperienced execs, and murky finances. One insider claimed A24 doubted Fuller and collaborator Jim Danger Gray's direction, pulling the plug. Another described it as a tug-of-war, with Fuller's team pushing hard to produce, while A24 seemed to block progress. Was Peacock in the loop, or did Universal's top brass dictate the firing? The confusion fuels speculation. Did Fuller deserve the boot, or was this a studio power play? And this is the part most people miss. After the shakeup, we're left guessing what Crystal Lake might have been under Fuller, since the project morphed significantly. Shifting gears to the rights tangle, a crucial backstory for beginners new to franchise lore. Friday the 13th has been stalled by a copyright feud between original producer-director Sean S. Cunningham and screenwriter Victor Miller. Fortunately, that's resolved. Miller now holds U.S. rights to the 1980 classic, plus some international ones, teaming up with on the writing front. Fuller took the lead, penning episodes himself. Scream scryer Kevin Williamson joined for a thrilling hour-long chase, set entirely on a frozen Crystal Lake, with snow-trapped cabins adding claustrophobic terror. Fuller assembled a think tank, not a traditional writer's room due to legal quirks, but a 6-week brainstorm session with top talent. His 3 lieutenants from past hits like Hannibal and Pushing Daisies were there, alongside Reservation Dogs' Tommy Pico, novelist and horror noir executive producer Tananarive Due, and Stargate SG-1 writer Stephen Barnes. In podcasts like Life Writing, Write for Your Life, Barnes described it as weaving multiple story threads meticulously, outlining plots fully before writing. A plotter approach versus freewheeling. Due marveled at the group's harmony under Fuller's mastermind leadership, pivoting instantly on his cues. Barnes emphasized the showrunner's dual role, serving the story while assuring financiers their investment pays off. Conventional rooms run 13 weeks, but this group broke all 8 episodes in 6, thanks to Fuller's extraordinary leadership. Williamson praised Fuller's pilot as a gorgeous portrait of a mother unraveling in grief. Bloody and beautiful. Natali called it a Hannibal-esque reinvention, poetic, sad, funny, and horrifying. Will any Fuller script survive? That's up in the air now. For the score, Fuller planned dual options. Harry Manfredini's classic tunes, think the unforgettable Kiki Ki Ma 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 shriek, alongside a modern one. Manfredini scored most films, with others handling later entries like Jason Takes Manhattan or Freddy vs. Jason. And this is the part most people miss, the pre-remakeule twist Fuller coined. Initially pitched as a prequel, he clarified it as covering Pamela and Jason's lives, revisiting Camp Crystal Lake with multiple Jason versions. Expect body counts in every episode, per Hannibal's stylish vibe. Deadline teased Pamela as a former singer turned mother to a special needs child, spiraling darkly after loss, the humanizing layer that could redefine the character. Peacock's committed, a full season with a season 2 penalty, essentially guaranteeing at least 2. Fuller outlined 4 seasons. In his announcement, he reminisced discovering Friday the 13th in Famous Monsters magazine as a kid, excited to elevate horror with A24. Now, the pivot. After Fuller, A24 hunted a new showrunner. Nick Antosca, Hannibal co-producer, Chucky exec, was rumored to start fresh, having written an unmade 2015 reboot. But Brad Caleb Kane won the gig. Co-showrunner and exec producer of HBO's It, Welcome to Derry. He'll also create, write, and exec produce Crystal Lake. Kane's statement echoes Fuller's passion. From eyeball-squeezing 3D thrills at age 8, I knew my path led here. He teased tense, scary, bloody rides. Instagram updates confirmed storyboarding, scripts, and goals for fan satisfaction. By April, production offices opened. May saw sets like Pam's living room built. Casting under Fuller included Adrienne King as recurring Alice Hardy, from the original Killed in Part 2. He met effects legend Tom Savini, hinting at surprises. Fuller's Season 1 focused on Jason's drowning aftermath, Pamela's revenge spree. Charlize Theron considered, Dane's declined. One-year arcs meant shifting leads. Under Kane, Linda Cardellini signed as Pamela in March 2025, after talks. May brought William Catlett, Black Lightning, as Chief of Police Lavon Brooks, a fresh face. Soon, Devin Kessler, Godfather of Harlem, as Brianna Brooks. Cameron Scoggins, Shades of Blue, as Dorf, the original's motorcycle cop. Gwendolyn Sundstrom, I'm beginning to see the light, as Grace. Dorf and Crazy Ralph, Nick Cordelleone, Warrior reprise roles. More, Nancy Nagrant, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel as Kay Christie. Victoria Russell, Law Order as Celeste. Natalie Shaw, Daredevil as Pinky. Austin Colby, Pretty Thing as Shep. Joy Soprano, Best Foot Forward as Rita. Danielle Koch, Director's Cut as Claudette. Phoenix Parnevik, Bel Air as Barry. Barry and Claudette were early victims in the 1980 film. Callum Vinson, Chucky, plays young Jason. Zachary Branch, Monarch, appears as adult Jason in one episode. Cardellini was spotted on set in July and August, interacting with Crazy Ralph. Production launched June 18, 2025 in West Milford, New Jersey, near original filming sites. Wrapping October, not November, as rumored. Set in the 1970s, some say 1971, it sought teens for camp roles, lifeguards, counselors, and period extras. Codename Mama's Boy. Directors Michael Lennox, Derry Girls, for 1 to 3. Celine Held and Logan George, Caddo Lake, for 4 to 6. Quen Tran, Sirens, for 7 to 8. Locations mirrored the original. West Milford for camp, Ringwood for lake, Blairstown for downtown, plus South Orange Village. Set pics leaked online. Crystal Lake drops on Peacock in 2026, with Sky/Now for UK/Ireland. That's our comprehensive scoop, but with budget overruns, reportedly 4 to 6 million over, disputed claims of 100% excess, firings, and creative reboots. Is this revival respectful homage or risky reinvention? Do you think A24's changes improve the franchise or betray Fuller's vision? Share your takes below. Did Fuller get a raw deal, or was Kane the fresh blood needed? Let's debate. Would you prefer a faithful prequel or this bold remix? Your horror opinions matter. Drop them in the comments.